Memory and data transfer. In the older times, we saved our data and important information by writing them on a paper. But in the present digital era, we save all our data and information into a computer system. Have you ever thought where this data and information is stored in a computer system? Data and information are stored in the memory of computer. Memory is a device that is used to store data and information in a computer system on a temporary or permanent basis for future use. Generally, the term memory is used to denote primary or main memory of the computer. And other storage devices are called secondary memory. Now let's look at the units of memory. The computer system uses binary digits to store data. These binary digits are called units of memory. The two binary digits are 0 and 1. These binary digits are called bits. The bits 0 and 1 are grouped together to form a word. A word of 4 bits is called a nibble. For example, 0011, 0111, 0101 are nibbles. And a 2-nibble word or 8-bit word is called a byte. For example, 01010001, 1011, 0011 are bytes. And to make bigger units of memory, these bytes are grouped together. Some of the bigger units are kilobytes KB, megabyte MB, gigabyte GB, terabyte TB, petabyte PB, exabyte EB, zettabyte ZB, and yottabyte YB. Let's see the relationship between these units. 1 kilobyte is 1024 bytes. 1 megabyte is 1024 kilobytes. 1 gigabyte is 1024 megabytes. 1 terabyte is 1024 gigabytes. 1 petabyte is 1024 terabytes. 1 exabyte is 1024 petabyte. 1 zettabyte is 1024 exabytes. And 1 yottabyte is 1024 zettabytes. Now let's see the types of memory. Computer memory can be classified into two kinds, namely primary memory and secondary memory. Primary memory is the essential memory of a computer as the programs and data are stored here before they are processed. CPU directly interacts with primary memory to perform any operation. Primary memory is of two types, random access memory or RAM and read-only memory or ROM. RAM is called main memory and it stores data temporarily while the computer is working. When the computer starts or a software is launched, data is loaded on the RAM for processing. The data on the RAM is wiped out when the power supply to the computer is turned off. That's why it is called volatile memory. ROM is a non-volatile permanent memory, used to store the programs that rarely change. For example, it stores the starter program that loads the operating system into the primary memory. Now, let us look at secondary memory, which is also known as auxiliary memory. It is used to store data and instructions permanently. Secondary memory is non-volatile in nature and has larger storage capacity than primary memory. Secondary memory is slower and cannot be accessed directly by CPU. The information stored in the secondary memory is first brought into the primary memory and then it is accessed by the CPU. Some examples of secondary memory are hard disk drive (HDD), solid state drive (SSD), CD or DVD, pen drive, memory card. Along with the primary and secondary memory, cache memory is also provided in the computer system. This is a high-speed memory that is placed between RAM and CPU. The speed of CPU is very high when compared to RAM, so CPU needs a faster memory to be able to process faster. Thus, cache memory is placed between CPU and RAM. Cache stored copies of frequently accessed data from primary memory. When the CPU needs some data, it searches for it in the cache. If the required data is found in cache, then the average operation time is reduced considerably. Now let us see how the data is transferred between various parts of a computer system. To perform any operation on a computer, data needs to be transferred. Data is transferred between different components of computer using physical wires called bus. Buses are of three types: data bus, address bus, and control bus. Data bus transfers data between different components. Address bus transfers addresses between CPU and main memory. Address bus contains the address of memory location that the CPU wants to read or write from. Control bus communicates control signals between different components of computer. All the three types of buses are collectively called the system bus. Thanks to the advancement of technology for making the usage of computer easier by increasing the size of memory and speed of data transfer. Here is what we have learned.